everybody, to a fencing bout here between the Hun School of Princeton and Voorhees High School. We are waiting on the directors. When they get here, we will start shortly thereafter. So once again, the Hun School of Princeton taking on Voorhees High School in what is bound to be an exciting fencing match. We are going to bring you the girls' portion of the match today. That'll be the left strip on your screen. So we will be focusing on the girls' fencing match here today. So in Sabre, we'll go through the lineup here, and then we'll take a break before the directors show up. For Sabre, it'll be Doris Chen, Alyssa Makarevich, Crystal Jiang. For Foil, it'll be Emily Yang, Jimena Iriarte, Sophia Shen. And for Epee, Sophia Chung, Avery Coble, Ishana Desai. So some very, very talented fencers, and you'll be able to see them in just a few moments. Again, we're waiting on the directors. Once they show up, we will get going here inside the Breen Family Gymnasium here live at the Hun School. Okay, the directors are here, and we are ready to go. Almost ready to go here at the Hunt School of Princeton for this live fencing bout between the Hunt School Raiders and Voorhees High School. We will be bringing you the girls' side of things, girls' action, which will be the left strip on your screen. And first up, we will see Doris Chen going against Rodriguez of Voorhees High School. We'll be keeping score right here on the screen for you. In the top left will be the cumulative score of both teams. So as we go on, we'll be keeping score of the individuals right there at the bottom of your screen, and then in the top left, it will be the team score. Some great talent on this Hunt School team. Both captains, Jimena Iriarte and Avery Coble, have had a couple 3-0 performances so far this year, which is truly remarkable. Each fencer will fence 3 times. They'll face a different opponent on Voorhees for each bout, and there are 3 fencers per weapon. And there could be some substitutions, but we have a lot of strips here because Voorhees has a pretty deep roster. So we are going to have a pretty exciting match here. You'll see a couple strips going on outside of the main strips, and those are for some of the JV fencers to get some work in. And the 2 main strips here will be varsity girls on the left, boys on the right. We brought you the boys fencing match a couple weeks ago against, I believe, Princeton High School. And it was won at the end by a tremendous performance from, I believe it was Aton, the senior weapon leader. And the boys are underway. The girls are getting their weapons straight. There's Danny Hu out there for the boys. Another very strong fencer. So we will start with Saber, and you'll see their uniforms. This any touch the neck to torso will count, and that will go for Hunt. So Chen starts it off with a touch. All right, so we have 1-1 now. And that is a touch for Hunt. So the count will go now to 2-1. Oh, it's 2-2. Excuse me, 2-2. We're all tied up. And that's another touch for Hunt, so it'll be 3-2. All right, 3-3 now the count. It is the first 2-5 will win. And it is 4-3. So Rodriguez, the nice job coming back. And tied it up at 4. So 4-4 now. We'll see, we have the score in the correct spot now. And we'll see what the call is here. And that is a victory for the Hunt School. A win for Doris Chen puts Hunt on the board. And they will now lead 1-0 overall. So now we will welcome Alyssa Makarevich and Finkel for Voorhees onto the strip. Makarevich from Russia, so a very strong fencer. Both fencers with a pretty aggressive approach. That one will go to Finkel, so 1-0. All right. Tied up now at 1. And another outstanding play there by Makarevich. That gives her the 2-1 lead. Voorhees a very strong program, as they always have been. A lot of mutual respect between both programs. That'll go to 3-1 in favor of the Hunt School. Alyssa Makarevich doing a nice job here for the Raiders. I believe that's Peter Dong on the right of your screen, fencing for Hunt. Makarevich looking to close this one out. Score now 3-1. Simultaneous touch there, and right away goes to the Hunt School. So 4-1 now the score. Makarevich one short of winning it. And we'll see if she gets it here, and she does. That'll do it. 5-1 the score. Makarevich, an outstanding performance that gives Hunt a 2-0 lead. Next up, Crystal Jang and Kipe for Voorhees. And that will be a touch scored for Voorhees, so they will lead this particular bout 1-0. And a touch for the Raiders. 1-1 now the score. And another 2-1 now in favor of Crystal Jang. Three to 1 now. And we have an equipment timeout here as Jang's teammate helps her out. Good defense by Jang. And a touch awarded to Hunt. 4-1 now the score. And that'll be a touch for Voorhees. 4-2 now the score. Gianni Branchiforte helping us out here on the camera control. And that will be a touch for Voorhees. So now the lead is shrinking. 4-3 now the score in favor of Crystal Jang. Trying to close this one out. Kipe on the aggressive. And a win for Jang. That brings it to 3-0. A clean sweep of the Sabre weapon for the Raiders. 5-3 was the final there. And that'll bring up Emily Yang and Finnegan for Voorhees. And this will be in foil. Oh, so here we go. Emily Yang for the Hun School. Finnegan for Voorhees. Hun leads 3-0. A clean sweep of the Sabre for the Raiders. And Yang starts it off with a touch for Hun. And that will be a touch for Voorhees. Tied up at 1. Two very strong fencers here. Very methodical approach by both of them. Stalemate there. We're going to start all over. Here we go. And Yang scores a touch right there. 2-1 in favor of Hunt. And we're going to start it over here. Yang up 2-1. And that'll be a touch for Voorhees. Great approach there by Finnegan. Double touch there. We'll start over. It's the equivalent to a jump ball in basketball, so we'll get it going here once again. Tied at 2 touches apiece. And that'll be a touch for Voorhees. Finnegan doing a nice job. Yang was trying to get towards the back there. Unable to. Some good defense by Finnegan. And that's another touch scored by Finnegan right off the bat. So it is 4-2 in favor of Voorhees. Yang retreats. And that will do it. Finnegan records the victory 5-2 here over Emily Yang for the Raiders. So a nice effort there by Finnegan, and that makes the score 3-1 in favor of the Raiders. Final home match here for Hun, and that will bring Jimena Iriarte to the strip. Jimena has been outstanding for this Hun Raider team. One of the 2 captains of the girls team. As we said earlier, she has had a couple 3-0 matches this winter, which is very, very impressive. She'll go against Hubiak for Voorhees. Iriarte, very aggressive, but very controlled as well. And that'll be a touch off the bat for Hubiak. And Hubiak once again scores a touch, taking advantage there of Iriarte's aggression. And a good move there by Iriarte. Gets a touch for the Raiders. Have a good volley going here between both fencers. Iriarte retreats, and we're going to do it again. Another double touch, but right of way is granted to Voorhees, and Hubiak goes up 3-1. I believe that was a 5-1 victory in favor of Hubiak for Voorhees. So Iriarte goes down. Yang fell 5-2 to Finnegan, and Sophia Shen will now step up to the strip for Hunt. Three to two now, the overall score in favor of the Raiders. Foil proving to be an advantageous weapon here for Voorhees. Now, Sophia Shen is coming from the top of your screen down towards the bottom of the screen, as they have switched sides here. So at the bottom of your screen, right by our scoring graphic, you see the burgundy and gold socks of Karate for Voorhees, and Shen being helped out there by Jimena. So in foil, the arms are not in play. It's just the torso in the back and then the neck flap you see hanging from the helmet. Immediately, Karate scores a touch for Voorhees. 1-0 is the score. And that will be scored. Another touch for Voorhees. Iriarte going out to coach her teammate, Sophia Shen. Iriarte, the weapon leader, one of the captains for the Raiders. Shen trailing 2 touches to none. And that will be scored. Another touch for Voorhees. 3-0 is the score. Shen trying to avoid a clean sweep here. The Raiders trying to avoid a weapon sweep as well. We're checking the weapon. Making sure it's all good. Sam Lepo with a strong performance there. You saw him walking off at the bottom of your screen. And congratulated by Coach Suda. And we have another touch there for Voorhees. 4-0 is the score in this bout. Sophia Shen for Hun looking to mount a comeback here. And that'll do it. A clean sweep, a great performance by Karate with a 5-0 victory over Sophia Shen. So that's a clean sweep for Voorhees in the foil round. And we will head over to Epee, where Sophia Chung, Avery Coble, and Ishana Desai will fence for the Raiders. 3-3 tie overall score as the Epee weapon is about to begin. It'll be Sophia Chung against Torello. For Voorhees. Sophia Chung, also a great photographer. Has done a great job for varsity fencing this year as well. All right, I think we have 2 double touches there for Epee. They all count. Anywhere on the body is fair game. That's why they are wearing a completely white uniform for this weapon. And again, 2 double touches. 3-3 is the score. And that is a touch for Voorhees. So they take a 4-3 lead. Chung looking to tie it. Force it into deciding point. And a double touch, which means that Voorhees and Torello will take the bout 5-4. And that'll bring up Avery Coble and Rosales for Voorhees. So 4-3 is the overall score here in favor of Voorhees High School. And she leads 1-0. Score that a touch for Coble. And another one goes to Coble. 2-0 the score. Avery Coble's had an outstanding season so far. As we said, she's had a couple 3-0 bouts here this winter. Took 3rd place at the Santillo tournament earlier this year. And we have a double touch there, so go to 3-1 in favor of Coble. Coble very relaxed, very confident out there. And another touch scored by Avery Coble. Good defense there, and a good opportune strike makes the score 4-1. And we have a double touch there, and that will give Avery Coble the bout. 5-2 the score. And we'll take a look at this final touch here as both fencers jab at each other, record the double touch, and that does it. All Coble had to do there was record a touch, and she won the match to give the Raiders their 4th victory of the day and tie it overall at 4-4. Ishana Desai up next for the Raiders. He will take on Jones for Voorhees. And a touch scored by Jones to start it off. Desai with a touch for the Raiders. That'll make it 1-1. And nice job by Jones recording a touch there, making it 2-1 now. Two to 1 is the score in favor of Voorhees. 4-4 is the score in the overall match. We had a clean sweep in Sabre by Hun, a clean sweep in foil by Voorhees. And we have a touch now for the Raiders, making it 2-2. And it is 1-1 in Epee. So a pretty evenly matched bout here between Hun and Voorhees. And another touch for Desai. She goes up now 3-2. Desai once again gets the touch. She goes up now by 2 touches, 4-2, looking to seal this victory for the Raiders and take the first round win. And a touch recorded by Jones makes it 4-3. Desai looking to close it out. And as she backs away, Jones records the point for Voorhees. That makes it 4-4. Next touch wins. If it's a double touch, we go into overtime. And a great move by Jones ends it as she records the touch on a fantastic strike. And her reach caught Desai, and that'll do it. 5-4 now overall in favor of Voorhees, as we will now head back to Sabre. We'll try to take a look at this last touch here recorded by Jones. As you saw it right there, just a great job taking advantage right there. And Makarevich is already on the strip here as we were showing you that replay. They've already started, so Makarevich on the aggressive right there. She records a touch for the Raiders, goes up 1-0. Makarevich going against Rodriguez. And 1-1 now. And Alyssa Makarevich records a touch, 2-1 in favor of Hunt. 2-2 now. Rodriguez trying to avenge her 5-4 first-round loss. And Makarevich gets the touch, 3-2. Makarevich once again with the touch, 4-2 now the score. Makarevich with an aggressive strike there, does not connect. Has to go back on defense, and now she's coming back. And Alyssa Makarevich, what an impressive showing here. 5-2 victory. She takes down Rodriguez, and that'll bring up Crystal Jiang. Jiang will be going against Finkel. 5-5 now the overall score. Trading punches are the two squads here today. Crystal Jiang took down Kipe in the first round by a score of 5-3. And a point scored for Jang, 1-0. Finkel evens it up. Now takes the lead, 2-1. Three to 1 now in favor of Voorhees. Four to 1. Coach Suda. Trying to help Jang get back into this bout. And that will do it. A nice approach there by Finkel. And that will give Voorhees the 6-5 lead. That is the first Sabre victory today for Voorhees. We will go. Doris Chen will face Kipe for Voorhees. Okay, so that was a victory there for Chen. Hun went 2-1 in that round. And that'll bring Jimena Iriarte to the strip, looking to avenge her first round loss. She'll be going against Finnegan. Six is the overall score. We will get confirmation on that. Iriarte records a touch there, making the score 1-1. And another touch there for Iriarte. 2-1 now, the score. Uh, 2-2 now, the score. Mm-hmm. 2-2 now, the score. Iriarte going up against Finnegan for Voorhees. Finnegan with a 5-2 victory in the first round over Emily Yang. And we'll see what the call is here. And the touch will go to Finnegan. So missed a couple touches there, as I believe Finnegan took the victory there, and that'll bring the overall score to 7-6 in favor of Voorhees. Sophia Shen will now face Hubiak, very strong fencer for Voorhees High School. Hubiak took down Jimena Iriarte in the first round of bouts by a score of 5-1. Sophia Shen fell to Corradi of Voorhees. So see if Shen can bounce back. And we'll have a touch recorded here by Hubiak. Hubiak once again. 2-0 now the score. Hubiak records one more touch. 3-0 now the score. Shen looking to record the first victory in foil today for the Raiders. Four nothing the score now in favor of Hubiak. And that'll do it. A clean sweep there by Hubiak, who is continuing her very impressive performance here today. That is 2 victories in foil for Voorhees, and that'll bring the score to 8-6. Emily Yang will now face Corradi for Voorhees. Yang fell to Finnegan by a score of 5-2 in round number 1. Yang trying to fix some of her equipment here. Corradi on the board first here for Voorhees. Corradi a 5-0 winner in round number 1. 2-0 now the score in favor of Corradi. Once again, Corradi with the touch, 3-0. Corradi, very strong fencer, coming from the left side. Has a great reach, great athleticism. And another touch scored from Corradi. 4-0 is the score. Coach Gonzalez is going to talk to Emily Yang for a bit here. And a clean sweep there from Corradi. Another sweep of the foil weapon for Voorhees. I think we're finding out that their foil team is very, very strong. That'll bring up Avery Coble for the Raiders in epee. Coble won her first bout 5-2. See if she can continue here. Coble will go against Torello, who took down Sophia Chung 5-4 in round number 1. 9-6 the score goes in favor of Voorhees overall. Hun girls needing to chip into this lead. Chung and Desai will join Avery Coble in the epee weapon here. And Coble will start things off here with a touch. So 1-0 in favor of Hun. Avery Coble once again with a nice reaction there to get a touch for the Raiders. Coble leading 2-0. Coble once again, 3-0. Avery Coble doing an outstanding job. Her defense in this bout has been remarkable. And we have a double touch there, so it'll go to 4-1. Coble with the lead. We have a quick timeout here as the Voorhees coach. We'll talk things over with Torillo. Take a look over at the boys' side while that is going on. And we are set to get back underway here on the girls' side. Avery Coble leading 4-1. Coble with some great countering, some great defense. He is just really an outstanding fencer. Coble with some great defense and brings it home. 5-1 the score. Avery Coble, a great job blocking the strike attempt from Cirillo and getting the job done, finishing it off here. We'll take another look at it. Coble, just a technician out there on the strip. Very, very impressive. Watch her block the various attempts here from Cirillo and then finish it off right there. 5-1 takedown by Avery Coble. Brings Hun closer. 9-7 now the overall score. Coble 2-0 on the day. Ishana Desai will take on Rosales for Voorhees. Rosales lost to Avery Coble 5-2 in round number 1. Desai lost to Jones 5-4 in round number 1. And a touch recorded by Rosales. We'll go up 1-0. Now, because of the double touch, a 5-1 victory in Epee is pretty rare. And that's exactly what Avery Coble was able to do against Cirillo. 2-0 the quick advantage here for Voorhees. Coble talking things over with Desai. Desai had a great bout in round number 1 as she lost by a narrow margin of 5-4 to Jones for Voorhees. A lot of nourishment taking place at this fencing match. I see a lot of protein bars being consumed, some fruit. It's quite fascinating. Desai on the attack, and Desai records the touch. So 2-1 now is the score. Good aggressive move there by Desai. Desai now on the defensive. Counters nicely. And a double touch recorded there. The score will go to 3-2 now in favor of Rosales. And another double touch now, 4-3. Rosales with the lead. Another touch for Rosales. And this bout is over. Desai has to be very, very strong on defense here to avoid falling in another close bout. And that will do it. Rosales, 5-3 over Desai. That'll bring up Sophia Chung to face Jones. Chung lost to Cirillo 5-4 in the first round. See if she can avenge that loss here as Voorhees goes up 10-7 in the overall score. Quick check on varsity boys. I believe that's Peter Dong on the strip, and we'll head back over to the girls. Sophia Chung once again on the strip for the Raiders. And that'll be a touch for Jones, I believe. So 1-0 now the score. See, JV matches going on all over the gym outside of the two matches front and center as Chung ties it up now, 1-1 the score. Chung, very quick, very aggressive, 2-1 now. She takes the lead. And a double touch is recorded, 3-2 the score. And Sophia Chung with the touch, 4-2 now the score. The next touch for Chung will win it. And she gets it. Sophia Chung, 5-2. A great performance here in round number 2. That brings the overall score to 10-8 in favor of Voorhees. See if we can take a look at the final touch here from Chung. Another great performance against a great opponent in Jones. Here's Chung. And there it is. There was the final strike to give Hun the victory. We will go back to Sabre now for round number 3, and we'll start things off with Crystal Zhang, and she'll go against Rodriguez. Okay, so the Hun fencer here And she has found herself in a tight match here that is ultimately taken by Rodriguez. So Rodriguez records the 5-3 victory. Sorry about that. We were trying to figure out who the fencer was for Hunt. So Vera goes down. And another victory for Voorhees makes the overall score 11-8. And that will bring Doris Chen to the strip here, as she will take on Finkel, who recorded a 5-2 victory over Crystal Jang in round number 2. And Finkel starts it off with a touch. And we have a touch there for Chen. I believe that is her first one of the match. We have a stalemate there. We're going to start it over. This has been a close match, a very aggressive match. And we have a touch for Finkel. Chen comes back now, 4-2 the score in favor of Finkel. And Finkel will take it. 5-2 the final. Finkel with back-to-back 5-2 performances. And that will bring Alyssa Makarevich to the strip, and she will take on Kipe. Kipe is 0-2 on the day. Makarevich is 2-0. (12-8) now overall in favor of Voorhees. Good defense by Kipe. Good counter. Nice defense there by Makarevich. Seen some great fencing here in this round. And Makarevich gets the touch. 1-0. Kipe evens it up, 1-1. And Kipe gets a touch here, 2-1 now the score. Makarevich evens it at 2. Makarevich records this touch, 3-2 now the score. She takes the lead. And another great offensive maneuver by Alyssa Makarevich makes the score 4-2. And just like that, Makarevich is in control. 4-3 now the score. And Makarevich with a 5-3 victory over Kipe. Makarevich finishes the day at 3-0 on the year. On the day, excuse me. So Alyssa Makarevich, 3 bouts, 3 wins. And a good battle there by Kipe. Makarevich proves to be a little bit too tough in the end. Sophia Shen will start things off now for the Raiders. 12-9 the overall score. So Hun has some ground to cover, and they are facing the most dominant weapon team of the 3 here for Voorhees. Shen will take on Finnegan. Finnegan is 2-0. We'll see if Shen can mount some offense here. Voorhees has won all 6 foil matches so far. And Finnegan gets her first touch of the bout. Score now 1-0. And a touch. Nope, I'm sorry. Almost a touch there for the Raiders. Not quite. Finnegan leads 1-0. And a touch recorded here by Finnegan. 2-0 now the score in this bout. Sophia Shen with the touch. 2-1 now the score. Shen evens it up at 2. Sophia Shen looking to get the first foil victory of the day for the Raiders. And a touch recorded here by Finnegan. 3-2 the score in favor of Voorhees. 12-9 overall in favor of Voorhees. Four to 2 now the score. One more touch for Voorhees, and they will take their 7th straight foil match. And that'll do it. Finnegan with a 5-2 victory. And that will bring up Yang and Hubiak. Hubiak won her last bout by a score of 5-0, and her first bout by a score of 5-1. It's been a pretty dominant performance for the foil group here for Voorhees. 13-9 is the overall score. And a touch recorded there by Yang. 1-0 now. Easy touch there by Hubiak. 1-1 now the score, evened up. 2-1 the score. Hubiak with the lead. Hubiak takes a 3-1 lead over Yang. Four to 1. Yang has yet to find an answer here for Hubiak. Oh, that is 5-1. So we missed one in there. 5-1 victory for Hubiak. So Hubiak, a clean sweep. 5-1, 5-0, 5-1. Pretty impressive job by Hubiak. Finnegan with 3 straight 5-2 victories. Corrado looking for 3 straight 5-0 victories. She'll be facing Hun's strongest at this weapon, and that is Jimena Iriarte. We'll see if Iriarte can end this foil streak for Voorhees. Karate has been dominant so far here today. Corrado. No, it's Karate. Excuse me. 14-9 is the overall score here. As I believe Voorhees has the entire bout pretty much wrapped up here, due in large part to the outstanding performance by the 3 members of the foil team. Karate being one of them. 5-0, 5-0 wins. She's 2-0 on the day. Sorry, that touch was recorded by Iriarte. She leads 1-0. Two nothing the score in favor of Karate. Karate has an answer for everything Iriarte has thrown at her so far. And another touch recorded by Iriarte. 3-0 is the score. Carl Toda going to talk to Iriarte here. Karate, 2 touches away from a clean sweep and a 15-0 day, which is a perfect day. It is the equivalent to a pitcher throwing a perfect game in baseball. It is very, very difficult to do. And I believe Iriarte just spoiled it. So Iriarte with the touch makes the lead 3-1 in favor of Karate. And Iriarte with another touch. So 3-2 now the score. Iriarte ties it up at 3. Jimena Iriarte gets number 4. Let's see if Iriarte can take this one. And Voorhees is going to call a timeout as the head coach will talk to their stud fencer. Looks like whatever advice Carl Toda gave teammate Jimena Iriarte certainly worked, as Iriarte has fired back with 4 straight points. Karate fits it in there to even it up at 4. Next touch wins it. Karate went from looking for a perfect bout to fighting here for a win. As Iriarte took the lead, Karate evened it up at 4. And that'll do it as Karate takes down Iriarte with a little comeback there, but a great effort by Jimena Iriarte to knock away the perfect match and take Karate down to the wire. Karate finishes at 3-0 on the day, 5-0, 5-0, 5-4. And the foil team for Voorhees, 9-0, perfect, in rounds 1, 2, and 3. So, Ishana Desai will start things off in epee for the Raiders. 15-9 now the overall score in favor of Voorhees. Desai will be fencing against Torello. And we have a double touch to start things off. Desai with the touch makes it 2-1. Four to 2 now in favor of Desai. And that'll do it. Desai takes the victory 5-2 over Torello. So Desai finishes the day at 1-2. That will bring up Sophia Chung, who will take on Rosales. Rosales in her last bout took down Desai 5-3. Chung took down Jones by a score of 5-2. $15-10 is the score in favor of Voorhees. Chung starts it off with a touch. Okay, so that was a loss there by Sophia Chung as she went down 5-4 to Rosales. And that'll bring up Avery Coble, looking to make it a 3-0 day. Avery Coble leading 1-0 against Jones. Voorhees has this one wrapped up. The boys just ended, and this will be our final match of the day. Coble looking to go 3-0. We'll have a double touch there, so it'll be 2-1 now in favor of Coble. Coble leads 3-1, needing 2 touches to take the final bout. That's number 4, last touch remaining for Coble. That was it. Excuse me. So 5-1, Coble takes the victory. Avery Coble 3-0 on the day. An outstanding day for the senior captain, as she won her 3 bouts, 5-2, 5-1, and 5-1. So 3-0. However, Voorhees will take this match 16-11, as that will do it here from the Hunt School. Thanks for watching girls fencing here, and we'll see you next time.